Everyone, today I'm taking over as Isaac the Realtor's page. Isaac, kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Isaac the Realtor, or my ID name is Isaac Gidombugwa, and I'm a registered real estate agent operating in Nairobi, especially the high-end areas, that is Kilimani, Kialesha, Lavington, and Westlands.
Today, Isaac, you're on the hot seat. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question number one.
Bring it on.
Who governs the real estate agents?
The real estate agents practice is governed by the Estate Registration Board under the Estate Registration Act, Cap 533.
Interesting. So, what is required for you to be registered as a real estate agent in Kenya?
If you want to become a registered real estate agent in Kenya, one, you can have a degree or a diploma in real estate. You can be a member of the Institution of Surveyors of Kenya. Or three, you can be a member of the affiliated bodies, such as the IQSK or the Architects Association of Kenya. Also, lastly, at the moment, if you are a person of good conduct or you haven't been convicted of any criminal activity for the last 6 months, you can become a registered estate agent as long as you have practiced under a registered estate agent for 2 years or more.
And are there any costs that are required for you to be registered? What are the costs?
The costs. Yes, there are costs associated with the registration. First, you submit the documents, which will cost you about 1,000. If you have the good conduct, which is about 1,050 shillings. Second, after you have submitted your documents, the board is satisfied that you qualify for the interview. You pay 3,000 Kenyan shillings for the interview. After which they call you for the interview. It's a panel of 9 board members. So after which, if you excel, you satisfy the board that you're qualified to be a registered real estate agent, you pay 10,000 for registration.
Okay.
And the induction ceremony, which is also the cost of the induction ceremony depends with the venue. For instance, say when I was becoming registered, the venue cost was 10,000. While for my friends who registered maybe about 3 months later, the venue costed them around 3,000. And after that, there is also the license fee, which is about 7,000, which is 7,000 each and every year. And lastly, there is the professional indemnity cover. For 1 million, you pay about 10,000 for the cover. They're coming to around 50,000.
Oh, interesting. For anyone who's watching and is interested in this platform, being a real estate agent here in Kenya, this is very good information that Isaac is giving you. Isaac, what would you advise for anyone who is interested in being a real estate agent in Kenya? Is it something you'd advocate for, or you would tell them to choose another career?
Definitely, I would recommend that everyone who is practicing as an agent to get registered, because we want to restore normalcy in the real estate industry. As of now, the industry is very unregulated. Hence, we have to win the trust of our community. And one way to do that is by becoming registered. Second thing is that it is illegal to operate as an estate agent in Kenya. You risk imprisonment or a fine if the board realizes that you're not registered. And lastly, for anyone who works, they are working for a good cause, and of course, working comes with the expectation of a financial reward. And when you're registered, you are assured of your commission. This is even if the person you're selling for denies your commission. When registered, you can stand in a court of law and claim your commission. And lastly, a professional indemnity cover covers you from any professional negligence that maybe or may arise out of. So it is a good thing to get covered, not only for the commission, but also for your protection and also for the greater good of the community.
Before we give our final remarks, I would want to ask you two questions that may be out of the topic. And what was your best experience with a client? And what was one of the not worst but funny experience with that?
The best experience was when a client viewed a property. They've been in the market for about 6 months. They had not found their feet for the 6 months that they were in the market. So I attended the Kenya Homes Expo. I pitched a project that had about 11% in returns. When they viewed, they left the property, and within 7 days, they paid the deposit. So that was the fastest so far. Even though it's been like 2 years, that was my fastest sale and my most awesome experience with the client. Actually, they kept their word because they just took our contact and they called for the site visit. So they are very genuine about going forward with the parties.
So I'll change the last question. What's your challenge as a real estate agent? One of the challenge. I know there's a pool of challenges, but
One of the greatest challenges that we are currently facing is a lack of real estate data. Allow me to give two. One, there's no proper records of real estate data. So it is easy for clients to get overcharged for a project because there's no reference for real estate data in Kenya. And for practice as an agent, is the industry is flooded with a lot of unregistered agents, which kind of feels unfair for someone who pursued real estate or someone who has been trying to abide by the law. And this is a wake-up call to the Estate Agents Registration Board and to whether they have to do it door to door, have everyone registered, and also a call to all the agents, because now you only need a good conduct and a KCC certificate to get your license. Get registered before the new law comes into force, because there are proposed amendments to the acts, and once they are enforced, it will be very hard to practice without a license in Kenya.
okay.
So there are good things to look forward to, but currently lack of data and a lot of unregistered agents are my major concerns.
Interesting. I had promised that is the last question. Since we're on that topic, what advice would you give for a foreigner looking to invest in Kenya?
For any foreigner looking to invest in Kenya, one, Kenya is a very green market, even that we have a shortage of around 3 million units. So the market is very steady. And one thing about Kenya, the process of purchasing a unit is quite easy and hassle-free, because you only need your KRA PIN and your passport number for you to purchase a unit in Kenya. And of course, a few dollars.
I think that's it from me. If any remarks before we leave?
My remarks would be recommending your developer, because maybe one last challenge I'd like to mention is delayed projects in Kenya. And the biggest challenge is that for the side of buyers, there's no protection when a project delays. You invest your 10, 20 million, you have no protection. But your developer, kindly remind me the name.
Henbal company. But it was not about us, but since we're here, yeah.
Yeah, Henbal company
Home of diamonds, come get yours. Yeah.
has been known to be delivering projects within the stipulated timeline, which is a win for both the developer, for your own reputation, and for both the purchasers who are really protected in the Kenyan market, in the Kenyan real estate market. So keep up the good work.
Thank you so much for the positive feedback. You will definitely put it on the, I'll give out the feedback to my bosses. All right. That's it for today. I'm your host, Michelle Kielu, and my guest was Isaac the Realtor. Have a good one. Bye. Bye.